Hi, I'm Nightly Craze X, and this is my first attempt at vlogging. So, I heard a story today that was incredibly frustrating, and I thought I'd share it with the world. I was on a website, a tumbling website, and, I read this article about this girl who worked at Applebee's, who took a picture of a receipt that a customer had left for a friend of hers who also worked there. And on it, there was an 18% gratuity because it was a party of 8 or more. And he crossed off what the gratuity was and refused to pay it and wrote on the receipt, "I only give God 10%, why would I give you 18?" So she thought it was funny, and she took a picture of it and posted it on Reddit, and kept out his signature and everything like that, but somehow it got out of control and he found out about it and ended up calling the Applebee's and demanding that everybody got fired, including the waitress in question, including the waitress that he'd had, including the manager who was on duty that day, including the manager who wasn't on duty that night. And it's just, his anger of it was so ridiculous. And she did end up getting fired, and I just found it to be the most asinine use of your time. I'm a server. I've been a bartender since I was 19. I've waited tables. I work part-time in retail, and I make so little money. Everybody thinks that servers and bartenders make this ridiculous amount of money, and in some places, when you've worked there a really long time and you've gotten very good at what you do, as with any job, yeah, you make more money than a start-off or than you would in basic retail or something, But that's because it's a skill. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to befriend them in the hour or so that they're staying there to eat at your establishment or drink at your establishment. You've got to make sure that they're having the best possible time they could, at least what's under your control. And to turn around and tell this girl that you're not going to tip her anything because there's an 18% gratuity added on without your permission, Applebee's makes it very clear, as do most restaurants, that when there's a party of a certain number or more, in this case 8 or more, there's going to be automatic gratuity put on. And if you're not comfortable with that, then you shouldn't eat there. And if you don't have enough money with you to not tip your service people, then you shouldn't have gone out to eat in the first place. In this case, the girl makes $3.50 an hour. Now, most of that's taken out in taxes. A lot of people don't know this, but we pay taxes on our tips. The same way that everybody else pays taxes on their wages. We've got to get federal income tax out of that. We've got to get state income tax out of that. We have to get Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, just like everybody else. We don't get to keep every dollar that we make. Nobody does. This is America. This is the modern world. So altogether, she makes about $9 an hour after taxes. Personally, I have very good nights sometimes, and on those very good nights, I get paid a lot more than I usually would. But on an average night, on an average 13-hour shift night that I bartend, I make about $120, mostly 100, sometimes a little bit more. I actually did the math. On a 13-hour shift, when I make around $100, I get paid about $7.65 an hour. That's just over the federal minimum wage. And that's one of my 3 jobs. I work my butt off for that money. But you know what? I get stiffed on tips too. Everybody does. It's just the way the world works. But people should realize that, we're not making a lot of money. So, I don't know. I just wanted to share that with everybody and see if I could get comments, and I wanted to see what people thought about it. So, let me know in the comments, in the doobly-doo. And, I want to say props to someone. If it weren't for his videos, then I probably wouldn't be posting this. And it's done on a very shitty webcam, and I apologize for the quality, and for the fact that I just rambled at you for 5 minutes. But yeah, if it weren't for the video becoming YouTube, the video series, I should say, becoming YouTube, wouldn't be doing this. Thank you for listening. I hope everybody likes it, and definitely put comments. I'd love to hear back from people on this topic, and I'll see what I can come up with for next time. Bye!